Hey everybody, welcome to the, stream 2.0 for Flags of the Founders. Largely doing this so that future voters can watch this later on and see what happened during the first term. If you are not familiar with Flags of the Founders, this is a online collaborative political game where all the viewers are taking the role of the citizens of the Federation. They get to elect a president, a few other positions, and those people decide, pretty much how I play the game. Initially, on this first turn, I'm going to be playing with very, very little input from the gaming community or the voters per se, except for a referendum which I ran. That I ran approximately last week. So, put all the cards on the table. This is actually our second try. The first try went horrifically wrong when I was unable to stop the Xindi weapon from destroying Earth on the second Xindi attack. But we're going to be much more prepared this time. I'm going to do quite a few things a little bit differently. I think it was largely due to there was a glitch where the Andorians got a huge insult malice. It was like a negative 200 malice, and I'm not sure, I never insulted them, so I'm not sure where that came from. But hopefully if we play through right now and get up to the point of the Federation forming, we won't have any crazy surprise stuff like that happening. That being said, forming the Federation from the Earth Remnant would have been fun. It honestly, though, would have been way too hard. I think we probably got kicked out of our Federation really early. And yeah, it would have just been pretty terrible. So we're going to be playing as United Earth, and we're going to be going from the very start of the game until we are able to form the Federation. And hopefully I don't get blown up by the Xindi again. Though there's no way to know that will or will not happen. I mean, it's pretty much kind of luck because I know the Xindi event spawns more escorts the higher your fleet power is, up to 1,000 fleet power. So you have to get above 1,000 fleet power, otherwise it doesn't make sense to create any ships at all. And a big factor in it is you're going to want to have, the Saleya and the Kamari show up to assist you. And there's no guaranteeing that, at least with our first playthrough. The Kamari did not show up. The Saleya did show up. The Allied Xindi ships did not show up. So it was pretty bad. But we're gonna give it another try. And this time we're not just gonna try. We're gonna be successful. And if you weren't here for the last stream, this is a collaborative mega game called Flags of the Founders, where all the viewers are playing as Federation citizens. They get to vote on things like laws and electing a Federation president who pretty much gets to tell me what to do. If you're interested at all, I'm going to put a link to Flags of the Founders in the chat below. I don't know why I'm talking like this, like Captain Kirk might. I think it's because he sometimes had to remember his lines. And I get that same thing going on as I'm trying to think of new things to say. Alright, no, I'm just joking. Alright, here is the link to the Discord. If you're not in there, feel free to go ahead and join with us. This will take a few minutes to load up. If you're not familiar with this is Star Trek New Horizons, a mod for the Grand Strategy game Stellaris. In my opinion, the greatest Star Trek strategy game. Even better than Armada, in my opinion. And I was a big fan of Armada. Now, this, I would still say between this and New Civilizations, which is the other Star Trek mod for Stellaris, I still say I prefer this one. But if you're looking for a more challenging experience, which is really funny considering I just got blown up by the Xindi last time I tried. But if you're looking for a more challenging Star Trek experience, Star Trek New Civilizations has that for you. because you can hardly any of the beneficial events pop early on, and I can't figure out in New Civilizations even how to get Archer. Like, I got Hoshi as a potential scientist and T'Pol as a potential scientist as heroic admirals, even way before I got Jonathan Archer. I never actually got Archer, which yeah, it kind of blows. It makes it hard to do things in New Civilizations, whereas you can pretty much get Archer like a year in. If you know what you're doing. You have to set aside a little bit of alloys to make it happen. Unfortunately, what is really uncanny is our previous start, the one where we got blown up and Earth got destroyed, was actually a really good freaking start. We had good resources for Sol. The Sol system had like 6 extra minerals than it usually has. Both the Sirius planets popped. We had a lush, beautiful planet pop in... Or it was lush, swamp, and beautiful. And that popped in the one system right next to Sirius. So that thing was going to be a huge, huge benefit in terms of producing food. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't think it's going to repeat that. I think I think for all that good, all those good things that popped, we ended up getting Earth destroyed, which is uncanny in my mind, because I'm like, man, that was, when you actually think about it and look back on how well that went up until the Xindi event, like, it was going extraordinarily well. We got Terra Nova. Sirius had 2 colonizable planets. The next planet over, we had Axanar. One system over from Axanar and one system over from Sirius, there was a planet. It was Deneva. Deneva had the lush trait, it had the beautiful trait, and it was a swamp planet. So you would have gotten plus 5% happiness and plus 30% food production on that planet. Suffice it to say, I think this time is going to blow chunks, because you don't usually have things go that good, and like, you don't have them repeat, Alright, we are just waiting for it to load up. You're gonna have to forgive my machine. I do need to replace it. I need to get a new one sooner rather than later, probably in the spring. Got a few other things I've got to replace and create first before I can do any of that. I'm trying to think if there were any other, like, crazy good things that were going on with that. I mean, other than the planet attributes, like, it was a pretty standard game. We failed the we failed Pajim. The Forge event hit really, really early, like before the Xindi event. So therefore the Xindi, by the time the Xindi popped off, the Confederacy of Surak was out there doing its thing, pissing people off, which I think, like, I'm thinking maybe that's the reason the Andorians got that insult penalty, is because the Confederacy of Surak insulted them, and that apparently transfers over to Earth. So I am going to really, really, really think hard about maybe not joining a federation until the Babylon conference. But that's going to be really, really hard. But I do believe if you maintain good relations with everybody else, the Babylon conference will pull them out of their existing coalitions, out of their existing federations, to form the, a federation, so that the federation can form. But we'll see what happens, man. If this game will ever freaking load. Come on now. I don't know. I think something went drastically wrong with my computer, because it used to, like, back in October I was playing Fallout 76 and the Spooky Scorched and something, all that kind of stuff, and I enjoy that. But something happened there, and like I had a period of like a week where it was just crashing all the damn time. And I had when I first put this desktop together, Some of these parts are literally not even a year old, which is unfortunate. But when I first put it together, had like a situation where my graphics card wasn't seated properly, and as a result, the computer was just, I mean, it was going batshit nuts. And I ordered another graphics card off of Amazon, got the box, and it was the wrong damn graphics card, but it was actually more expensive than the graphics card that I had ordered. And I was like, okay, something's really, really fishy about this. Like, you know that somebody ordered a graphics card, put it in, put their one that they had burned out, put that back in the box, sent it back to Amazon saying, hey, you sent me the wrong thing. And Amazon's warehouse personnel, not saying anything or whatever. Like, regular people can't identify graphics card. I can barely identify maybe the brands, but definitely not the types. I don't memorize what they look like or whatever. But yeah. So if they open a box and there's a graphics card in there, they can't tell if it's burned out. They apparently can't even tell the brand because it was a completely different brand than what I had ordered. Yeah, it's just very, very much, very ridiculous. I'll almost end up paying $600 for that too, which that is one thing I'm looking forward to with the fall of Bitcoin. I think graphics cards are going to be reasonably priced now again. Alright, there we go. Now the bar is moving. Finally. Just took it a few minutes. Amar, I've made it with a woman. Inform the men. Gold Ducat. That's literally what's his face from Futurama. Captain Ziff or Bragg, something like that. But yeah, that's not Gold Ducat. The ideal outcome for any Klingon interaction is battle. They're relentlessly hostile, sir. It's in their nature. Yeah, that's... I don't know. Actually, I preferred TNG Klingons, TNG/Enterprise Klingons to the bullshit that they presented. And supposedly they're coming back with regular Klingons because Michael Dorn is reprising his role as Worf. So I can't see them doing all that crazy prosthetic Klingon face makeup stuff again. That being said, one of the interesting things about it is they could leave that and have that be continuity, because if you remember in freaking Enterprise, we have that episode where the Klingons are all catching the disease that will make them not have forehead ridges, which would explain the differences. It's kind of funny how Klingons evolved over time. They started off as essentially looking kind of Eurasian, like literally like Mongol warriors or something. No, not even that, because maybe a little, but certainly like when you think Mongol warrior, think a little bit heavier set, more muscular, whereas these guys kind of look just different variations of Asiatic, different things. All right, here we are beginning, and let us take a look. Oh, this does not look too good. Alright, we're gonna go with defaults. I mean, it's not bad, but it is definitely not as good as our previous start was, because we had this energy here, and we also had 6 minerals scattered around. Just taking a look, let's see what Sirius, if Sirius has both planets. Sirius does have both planets. So Sirius has Carisindal and Springboard. That is a good sign. Looks like the Al-Rigi are not in Alpha Centauri, which is kind of sucks for them, but is actually super good for us because we get all 3 of those planets. And there's Deneva. Deneva might be awesome. We have to go scan it. In the previous game, Deneva came with all sorts of badass stuff. Ooh, there's one at Van Manen. Usually there's not a planet out here. Interesting. Alright, so according to the referendum that I've run, I've got to prioritize exploration, followed by diplomacy, followed by defense and welfare. We're going to be putting a little bit higher emphasis on the emphasis. No, a little bit higher emphasis on defense, simply because I did get destroyed last game, so I don't want that repeating. We're only playing on Ensign, by the way, so. But then again, the Xindi event pops off and literally increases the number of escorts based upon how big your fleet is. They get 1 extra escort ship for every 250, up to 4 escorts at 1,000 fleet power. So as you can see here, I've got 190 fleet power, so they would get 1 extra escort, I believe. We either want to keep that and pray to God that we get help from the Vulcans and the Kabari and everybody else and their mother, which, spoiler alert, we got almost no help last game, and that's why Earth got blown the fuck up. Not to mention the fact that we had a fleet of 800, which was pretty much the worst position to be in. It's a pretty bad position. So we're going to continue the same situation. We're just going to build up to 6 if you count the capital ship. And we're going to hope to God that we get some good minerals. Well, our minerals are actually plus 50. We're pretty good. We're actually pretty decent. We do want to grab this deuterium because I'm going to be selling every last bit because I need to squeeze out every single iota of worth out of this motherfucker because I need a fleet power of 12 to 1500, and that should give us good stuff. That should make us comparable to whatever the Xindi throw at us. Alright, we got 1 science ship, so I'm going to crack open a science ship. I'm going to be going for 5 science ships, so I'm going to try to get that out as quickly as possible. There's no guarantee. I'm going to go ahead and sell this dilithium, because we are producing 18 dilithium a month. And that science ship is going to take us, I believe, 2 months? Yeah, 2 months. So we're going to have... We're going to have 38 dilithium, and another one of these only takes 23. So we're going to be good. Let's go for anything relating to science and diplomacy first. But we're also going to prioritize defense over it. I mean, there's a few defense technologies I'm going to be prioritizing. We're going to go command station. Probably wondering why, and the why is right there, the tactical station. God, these are all great policies. I mean, they're all equally. Okay, let's get through them. Luckily, they're only 550. I mean, it's not bad. It's just for what we have, what we're gonna be dealing with, and what I've been told to do. They're not fitting with that. We're gonna go with economics. Yeah. I mean, they're both equally, whatever. We're gonna go with hull plating. Maybe we'll get a little bit more survivability. Alright, we've got something on Mars happening here. Oh yeah, let's squeeze out a little bit more. And Mars starts off with some unemployment, so we definitely want to get that taken care of. Hold on. Would it be faster to build this 120 days versus what was it? 360? So yeah, we would do better with this. It would siphon away some of our minerals, but we would get supplies, which is going to be crucial for expansion and better for sales. So we're going to build a civilian industry that'll get us that job quicker than updating that. We'll come back to that very, very quickly. As for Earth, Earth has one free job, and it's probably not going to get there. Yeah, we've got 10 years before Earth gets another population. Imagine having 18 pops on this planet, and your next largest planet had like 7. And I don't even think it was 18, it was probably like 20 at the time that the Xindi attacked. And I know for a fact Mars had 7, so only 2 more pops on Mars. And the entirety of Earth got taken out, so all the pops died and everything like that. As you can imagine, the economy just fucking collapsed. I actually did save that game because I'm planning on playing it, because that's I mean, it's interesting. I've done 10 or 12 playthroughs, and I've never had the Earth Remnant situation pop up. So, not trying to brag, obviously, because I suck, obviously. There's something here that I was supposed to do. Who knows what it was? I sure don't. Oh yeah, edicts. The only thing that so we have been commanded by referendum to change this to active study, and to we're gonna leave actually. Where is it? We're going to change first contact protocol to cautious. Once again, that's coming from the referendum as well. Or no, actually it was proactive. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I did that one wrong. But either way, it doesn't matter too much. Other than the fact that we'll get a little bit less influence. Now, where is their upgrade? It doesn't have it yet, but yeah, we could potentially have uplift species and stuff like that.
Allow me to introduce myself. I
will take your 1 mineral. Do not play with me. Do not play with me, fool. Alright, we need Maxwell Forest. I was gonna say, what the hell? Okay. That gives us more research, of course, better army build speed, and then, of course, the fleet admiral stuff, which is freaking awesome and necessary. Yeah, necessary.
Initiating communications.
These should be embassies.
Your people have no experience in interstellar affairs.
I will accept them.
nothing that is unimportant.
The only thing that I'm going to be going for in terms of international agreements otherwise is going to be research and commercial agreements. Not going to go for migration. Not going to go for alliances. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.
Here is something that you perhaps didn't know.
Initiating communications.
Proceed with the internet.
Communications.
We will need.
Live long and prosper.
Oh wait, sorry. This person's supposed to go here. Oh, we have enough for another science ship. Gonna be alright. Look at that, we're already at. Gonna need many more alloys, because I know that.
Initiating communications.
We definitely want this. We need platinum.
To find peace.
Initiating communications.
We will accept it. We do need to send a scout ship around just to, especially down here, we need first contact so we can generate some influence. Not that influence is too important right now. I mean, yeah, it is very important. I mean, we're in the
Initiating communications.
stage where it's probably more important than anything else, or any other time, right? But I'm more concerned with the whole Zindi killing us previously thing. We're gonna go with this guy on this side shift. We're at 3 out of 5, and we're gonna curve him around towards the. Oh wait, hold on, let me try that again. Survey, survey, survey. Out of our 6 ships, we're sending 2 of them pretty much towards the Delphic Expanse. I'm not building another ship right now because I know I have the
If it is real, it is important.
I have the NX Enterprise thing coming up. Real quick.
Initiating communications.
He's
Definitely
suffering
need
from
that.
paranoia.
Ah, yes, dilithium. Wonderful crystals. You can.
Oh my god, Q. Fuck you and your mineral.
Initiating communications.
Your people have no experience in
We are
interstellar
not
affairs.
accepting migration treaties. Probably. I mean, we probably could, and that might result in some better situations. But the main reason I'm not is because migration treaties do cost a good bit of influence, and we need that
Technology
influence for
discovered.
expanding. I want that extra envoy. Where is the damn NX projects? Should be soon. I'm gonna start another science ship. I think the NX situation only cost 100 alloys, so I think we should be all right.
Construction complete.
Build another one, especially those geranium plates.
Did you know?
Let's take a look at these. Anything interesting? Prairie. We got an ocean planet with a seismically active ocean planet. We might be able to turn that into a farm world. It'd be hard to. The habitability thing will prevent early growth, but we should be able to. I mean, eventually your technology is going to outpace that. So here we go. Accelerate the project. Do we have enough? We do.
Log updated.
Sweet. We're gonna save the Unity for Jonathan Archer, because he will be able to do things much quicker than these assholes can. Oh shoot, I meant to
Technology discovered.
Ooh, okay, so this is the really important one for defense against the Zindi. Because once again, when the Zindi event spawns, or the second event spawns, it's based upon the size of your fleet. They get 1 extra escort for every 250 fleet power you have, up to 1,000. So if you're going to build any new ships, you need to build above 1,000 fleet power. However, this is good because we can pump out these shuttles, these defense shuttles, while the attack is happening, much quicker than we can pump out, say, little cruisers or what the fuck are they called? Frigates and scouts and stuff. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and turn off auto-generate.
So you've discovered a new ship class and now you want...
I'd like to design my own ships because the computer is sometimes batshit dumb about how they design them. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and do shuttles defense pods because those are going to be very useful.
Special project complete.
And we're going to promote Jonathan Archer. And we are going to try to recruit both of them. Looks like we're only going to get Archer immediately. And we're going to do the Enterprise. And we're going to send him to find Terra Nova real quick. It's going to be one of these two. Terra Nova is always going to be a binary star, and it's going to be somewhere down here. Could possibly be that. I really doubt that's that far. That's the... I forgot the name of this nebula, but that's in New Civilizations. It serves as their exploration nebula mechanic thing. That is one thing I do wish they'd bring over to this mod, is the exploration nebula. I think that is an awesome. They have something similar to it where you get distress calls and stuff, but it always feels...
Technology discovered.
I mean, I guess it's kind of the same thing, but I don't know. We'll see. Alright, we are going to go with... We're going to go with phase cannon. We need our ships to have good weaponry. We're going to update that real quick. We're going to move this to Bernard Star. And we are going to sell this. Get a bunch more of that. We need another construction ship. I don't want to build any more Corvettes until we have a bit better of a design. Which shouldn't be too long, because we are, despite what I've been told, I'm prioritizing defenses a little bit more than usual. Because once again, we got to get 1,000 fleet power. Alright, dispatch a cultural mission.
Log updated.
We're going to go to Pajim. Research Pajim first, and then we'll hop over and do... Which is, if I remember correctly, in Season 1 Enterprise, you go to Terra Nova 3rd episode? Something like that. But then again, in Season 1 Enterprise, they end up like way down here before they ever go to Terra Nova, which is right over there. And before they go to Pajim, which is right there. I suppose maybe the stuff that happened, because they were heading towards the Briar Patch, maybe the stuff that happened in the first couple of episodes of Enterprise actually happened somewhere around here. There's Deneva. Hopefully it'll be an awesome planet. We'll take a closer look at Alrigi and all these. There's bound to be a civilization on one of those. They're probably just like primitives or something like that. Okay, that's gonna be Axanar. But, you know, it's all the same to me, brother. They're all just freaking aliens. Brother.
Technology
Archer is
discovered.
moving his ass off towards Bajim. Right, there's the Starfleet Intelligence HQ. Alright, crew is not really usually too big an issue, but it could be. Do we have a policy for recruitment? No, that's the other game. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Any one of these will be better than wealth creation, I think. Alright, so we're losing 4/10 of a Latinum bar for 4 consumer goods. A Latinum bar sells for 7, a consumer good sells for 1.4. 4/10 of 7 is 0.7, 2.8. And 4 of these will be worth 5.2. So we should definitely do that unless we want to boost up the Unity production. And kind of at this time, we do want to do that. So we are going to go with the Marketplace of Ideas because we can get those science leaders out a tiny bit faster, as well as get to our tradition trees that we need. Specifically the exploration tradition tree. Alright, I should have enough to recruit, what's his face, A.G. Wentworth? Or Carlos Ramirez? What the fuck did I call him? J.G. Wentworth. A.G. Robinson, there we go. There we go. Okay, so Carlos is definitely a character. I don't recall Ramirez. I definitely recall A.G. Robinson because he dies in season 2 and you had like the flashbacks and stuff where Captain Archer learns about being a captain, etc., etc.
Special project complete.
Okay, I'm going to read these aloud because, I think if you've never played, you might not have too much of an idea of what's going on. Alright, so Captain Archer. Arriving at Pajim, Captain Archer is greeted in a perfunctory manner by Takash, the monastery elder. After a short tour of the monastery entrance hall, Takash appears eager to send Archer on his way. Unsure whether the odd behavior is typical for the monks to all visitors or whether something else is bothering the elder Vulcan, Archer mulls investigating further. So we are going to investigate further. We're going to stop right there. Just want to show you a little bit, just to give you an idea. So we're going to zoom in on the star system where Archer is currently. And here's Pajim. And so his ship, if you've never played Stellaris before, there's the Enterprise, and they are, of course, in orbit of Pajim while Archer does his Archer things. Look at that. Isn't she beautiful? Jeez, man, the models look great. They even have the Columbia class, and I love how the Columbia class looks. I love how every Trek ship looks. Even, I definitely like the Enterprise A. Even the old Enterprise, it's definitely dated. Everybody can admit that. There's nothing wrong with saying, oh yeah, the old original series Enterprise is not necessarily looking the best because of production budgets, etc., etc. Alright, let's carry on. Uh-oh. Oh no, why is it not stopping? There we go. We've got a couple things right there. So first contact is continuing. Okay, we're on that one. Archer's concern appears to have been warranted as further investigation of the grounds has uncovered the presence of a strike team of blue-skinned aliens holding most of the monks hostage. Identifying themselves as Andorians, they claim that the monastery is being used to hide a subspace listening post. targeting their people. The strike team leader threatens to detain Captain Archer and the rest of the away team as Vulcan collaborators. Now, here's the question. Do we attempt a rescue, or do we say this is none of our concern? I think in Enterprise, like, they tried to say at first this is none of our concern, and they got taken hostage. I'm going to attempt a rescue, because I think that's actually more in line with what my people want me to do. I don't think there's too much difference in between them. Especially, I mean, we made it our concern by investigating further. We could have left. So we're going to attempt to rescue. And look at that, we've got the Andorian borders showing up already. Not the borders, but like the borders, yeah. Okay, we've got enough for AG to get promoted and hopefully not die. He's going to be in command of the defense fleet. Alright, Archer's attempt to rescue the Vulcan monks has succeeded as the away team quickly overpowered the attackers, damage to several monastery walls, reveal a number of hidden spaces leading to a vast underground chamber. Inside the subspace listening post the Andorians claimed was being used inside the subspace listening post the Andorians claimed was being used against them. Faced with the knowledge that the Vulcan High Command had subverted one of their own holy sites for covert surveillance, Captain Archer mulls his options on how to respond. We're going to expose it, because we get unity and we get influence, and that's a great deal. And we need more unity than we need influence, I guess. I mean, we've got tons of shit to expend influence on, though, honestly. But we're going to expose it because that's what they did in the show, and I do want to ingratiate myself to the Andorians a little bit. News that the Vulcan High Command was using the holy site to hide covert listening posts spread rapidly after the Andorian strike team on Pajim were allowed to depart. While the implications for Earth-Vulcan relations are worrying, it appears that the Andorian Empire will be open to further dialogue in the future. Understood. Alright, to counteract that, I'm going to take a look here. As you can see, we get a negative penalty for Pajim exposed. That will take 10 years for that to degrade to nothingness, right? In between that time, though, we can pretty much... We're going to send one of our diplomats there to try to undo that damage, and pretty much within the year we should have them at the same level of relations that they were. So it's not really gonna bother us too much, but we will send Archer on his continuing mission, right? It's one of these two. I know it is.
Initiating communications.
It is always good to have allies or enemies.
Anomaly detected. Initiating communications.
We're going to leave that be for now. So we are... Anything that's over like 100 days, I'm going to leave it be, and I'm going to let one of the more skilled ships later on come back and get it. Leave be for now. There's another one, and that's Samaritan Snare. We're going to leave be for that. Leave be for now for that one, because that one also could destroy the ship. I've had that happen several times, and it's not a good feeling. Looks like we have a breakthrough on first contact. Looks like, yep, it is the Axanar. They're looking incredible.
It is an honor to meet you.
Because if I remember correctly, Axanar in the original series kind of looked vaguely humanoid, and then they changed rapidly in any other subsequent entries.
Anomaly detected.
Alright, what the hell is this? 120 days, huh? Let's go ahead and research, knock that one out. Because if they are like 100 days or lower, I definitely want to knock them out. If it's within like that 20-day span, I want to give it a little bit of due consideration. And the reason I'm doing that and not going for like this class 5 there is because last time I had a ship in Alpha Centauri, that ship was in Alpha Centauri literally for 12 years on one system. To be fair though, I'm hoping in Stellaris 2 we get a very, very expanded early game. I would love to like have real intra-solar system conflict, like, you know, kind of the Expanse. And believe it or not, in the original version of Stellaris, you could actually split ownership of a system. Like it wasn't just one empire that owned a system. So you could have, I could own 2 planets and another empire could own a planet and stuff like that. And I thought that was much better, but you know, they had to do a couple things to try to make it a little bit more approachable. One of them was like no longer were systems split up, and I'm not sure why that is particularly deemed not approachable or whatever, but it is what it is. Okay, going back to this, we have 3 ships in the field plus the capital ship, so we need 2 more. No, we need 1 more. We need 1 more exploration ship. So we're going to build 1 more exploration ship, and then we're going to also build a scout. And that scout is going to be used to get us all that good, juicy influence.
Technology discovered.
I've really got to start moving over towards defensive measures a little bit sooner than later. This should improve ship tracking, and if I remember correctly, let's see what it does. It doesn't. I think it does. So it does improve sublight speed, tracking accuracy. So it improves a whole bunch of crap. So in terms of things that could be done, like your optical computer, your computer upgrades will generate a lot of good effects on your ships. Because not only do we have weapons damage, we have tracking, we have sublight speed, so that's good for our survey ships, etc., etc. Even our mining ships could use it. Oh yeah, I do need to build Starfleet Intelligence, right? We're going to build 1 Starfleet Intelligence. We're going to build a set of fusion reactors. One fusion reactor. Yeah, okay. Sweet, that sounds good. I could definitely use another construction ship. I'm playing with fire again because I really feel like I'm not devoting enough towards building up the defense fleet, but we've got some time, so we'll be able to get all of this out, and then we're only going to do 1 colony ship, and that's to send to probably Deneva, depending on. Oh, there it is. There's Terra Nova. We will go ahead and survey system right there. God willing, we get something on Terra Nova. Okay, arriving at the scene of a sudden gravity well opens up directly below the USS Copernicus, pulling the ship violently towards it by quickly venting plasma from the engines while at the same time increasing power to the impulse engines. The USS Copernicus narrowly avoids getting sucked into the well. After escaping the pool of the gravity well, Copernicus sensors are able to detect a planet located in a pocket of subspace inside the gravity well. Sending a probe in to further explore the planet, it is discovered that on the surface there are several alien vessels that most likely fell victim to the well and crashed there. However, no life signs are detected coming from the vessels. We could explore the option of trying to lift the crashed alien ships up from the surface of the planet and exploit their resources and possible new technologies. We either gain 136 unity or we gain this special project. Last time I did the special project, it did I think 50 society and then something else. I don't know. We'll go ahead and we'll explore it. Maybe we'll be able to actually pull something up cool. Okay, Erica Hernandez. All right. Sweet. Fortunately, we need... Okay. We'll go with the doctor. How old are they? 36 to 38. And we'll go with the doctor. My good doctor. Dr. Fox. I don't think you can get Dr. Fox now I'm thinking about it. You might be able to, actually. Actually, I'm now pretty damn sure you can get Dr. Fox as a captain. Woo! There goes Sirius. Sirius is some serious stuff, boy. Alright, we are gonna go ahead and grab Sirius. First, we're gonna go ahead and contact the Axonar. There should be a... Oh, dude, look at how many other... There's at least another temper planet there, so alright. We're 7 months away from the shuttle pods being completed.
Survey complete.
And there's Bernard Star. Once again, we need those resources, so we're gonna dump a bunch of stuff. Our construction ship is on its way. We're gonna send this to the edge of space at Tau Ceti. We'll put Erica Hernandez in charge of it once we get enough unity for her, so she can go around and we can get
Technology discovered.
more influence. Not to mention find other, the other parties' powers in the system. Okay, here we go. Let's go diplomacy and slavery. We will go ahead and knock that out. We are supposed to prioritize a little bit of diplomacy. I haven't done anything diplomacy related. Alright, Terra Nova was location one United Earth's first extrasolar colonies. Having received no communications from the planet in years, every effort should be made to determine the fate of the expedition. Investigate further. Archer turns to the communication officer and asks her to open a channel to surface. The hails to the lost colony are met with silence and no reply is received. Archer consults with the science officer requesting analysis. There are no biosigns, but the colony appears intact. Sensors also detect low levels of surface radiation. Assemble away team. Captain's log supplemental. The away team shuttle has landed on the surface near the colony. All that they have found so far are empty buildings covered in rust and foliage. There are no signs of weapons fire or any other indication of what happened here. Captain Archer orders the away team to the colony's communication relay to pull whatever information can be assessed. The captain and the security officer begin to search the area for further clues.
Anomaly detected.
Alright, we will research it for surface beacon, huh? Interesting. Okay, go ahead. It's only 120 days. It's not going to kill us. And just to give y'all a look, so this is what Terra Nova apparently looks like. And they usually do base this off of a, like star charts and stuff like that, off of what's actually been presented in World. So this is apparently a binary star in, what do they call it? The three-body problem, only this is two bodies in a stable synchronous orbit with one another, I suppose. I wonder if such a thing is even possible. It seems like it shouldn't, but maybe it is. I mean, it essentially would just be two solar systems that are orbiting at very, very vast distances around each other. But yeah, there's Terra Nova, and Terra Nova, so yeah, it has its own planets, right? And then its planets have moons. Look at that, Luna Nova. That's great. I love it. Okay, carry on. Carry on, you stupid, crazy bastard. Alright, here we go. After hours of searching the ruins of the settlement, Captain Archer detects a life form on his tricorder. Pursuing the life sign, he follows it to a nearby cave system. The security officer takes point and proceeds into the opening. Proceeding deeper beneath the surface, both officers are ambushed by the inhabitants of the cave. Scaring back the primitive attackers with warning shots, they head back to the entrance. Moments before the mouth of the cave, the security officer is struck by a flint spear and incapacitated. Archer narrowly escapes. Who were they? God willing, we'll have a good resolution to this. Hopefully so. There is a possibility that like you get nothing or they're killed and stuff like that. But usually with Archer in command of this, you know, it makes this specific thing like relatively possible. Most cases, like if I were to use this random captain to survey Terra Nova, they wouldn't even detect the people on the Novans on Terra Nova. So. Or at least there's a very low chance of them detecting it. Alright, we are going to... The captain arrives back at the shuttle with the remaining members of the away team on the flight up to the Enterprise. The team describe what they found in a communications relay, while Archer analyzes a detailed scheme of the life form encountered. It's human. Dun, dun, dun. The captain ponders the options available to recover the security officer from the service. We're going to attempt to negotiate.
Construction complete.
We're going to build the mining stations. We're going to leave the science... you know what? We're going to grab that one science station. One science station ain't going to kill us. Alright, looks like we got a good result. The captain and the medical officer head to the surface to help the injured officer. Locating the entrance to the cavern complex, they navigate to a room with humanoids and successfully convince them of their peaceful intentions. Having been brought to their injured crewmen, the medical officer is able to effect treatment. After hours of negotiation, Captain Archer is able to convince the Novans, as they call themselves, to trust the crew of the Enterprise. Working together, both sides are able to help build a new colony on Terra Nova. The cause of their initial retreat to the caves, a wave of deaths due to local radiation hazards, is identified and treated using technology from the Enterprise developed years after the colony was established. Excellent. Fantastic. So we get a free colony. We get 581 experience, 581 unity, 500 experience, and we get a free colony. So by far one of the best ones, and you should prioritize it if you are United Earth. And that should put us at nigh unstoppable. Not really, but yeah. We're gonna go ahead and grab Erica Hernandez. And we're gonna send her a little loop-de-loop to make contact with all the doop-de-doops. And we're gonna send her. I think this is the Badlands, because actually I think this doesn't have that same nebula that's there. So this is probably the Badlands, which means Bajor is somewhere right over here. But Erica will find out for us. We still have 380. And I think we need 400 to get our next scientist. Our 450. This will be our next and last scientist. After that, we will be focusing on traditions. And we gain Eda Cassiope, once again, because Terra Nova, etc. And we can look at Terra Nova, and we're going to prioritize frontier hospitals. So in traditional Stellaris, I forgot, I think it is still called Frontier Hospital. Usually don't build this, because it doesn't provide enough. This one provides amenities, slightly more amenities, provides the same growth, and it also provides 5 science, sociology, what is it called? Fucking biology? What is it? Society. Provides 5 society science, so it's a good deal, I think. We're gonna go with fusion reactors first, and then Frontier Hospital. No, we'll go with Frontier Hospital first, and then fusion reactors. My main goal is on every planet, Frontier Hospital, fusion reactors, civilian industrial center, and then we can specialize the planet a little bit more to make it meet the Federation's needs. Well, you know, once again, depending on what the players tell us. Should be good for mining. What I plan to do is build a few farms and another fusion reactor, and then all 3 mines. And we're gonna focus this one on mining. We might just make it in general like a rural world. Nope, don't automate it. Interesting. Okay. I think there is one for rural. We're going to leave it at automate colony designation. We may adjust that later on depending on what's going on. Alright, let's continue.
Anomaly detected. Technology discovered.
That's not Archer. Who is that? Oh, that's some other dude. Alright, we are going to send Archer to... We'll send him in this direction, because I will probably need him for... There's going to be one more Vulcan Andorian event that pops up that we need to take care of. So I want to keep him close there. Oh yeah, technologies. Alright, we got our NX shuttle pods. Now let's look at... go with torpedo damage and hardened fields. Yeah. We are really killing it with the physics research, actually. We're getting 45. Where are we getting all that? Is it coming from Earth? No, they're pretty equal. I guess I just have a... no idea. I have no idea where that's coming from. Alright, well, doesn't matter too much. Alright, let's continue.
Anomaly detected.
Another anomaly in Alpha Centauri. Look at that. That's where that's the reason I did the Starfleet Intelligence Center, is because you get another envoy, which helps with collecting all the influence. Now I think I want to... Oh, did I just put that? Ah, dang it. Son of a gun. I just put that on the wrong damn planet. Alright, well, that's not too bad a deal. I mean, between Mars and Luna, there's not too much of a difference right now in terms of how habitable they are. Oh man, who am I kidding? There is actually. No, dude, this one's still 60%. Okay, sweet, dude. Yeah, there's not a difference, so... But I had intended to put that on Mars, not on Luna. But that is alright. Every little bit counts. Let's go ahead and sell this. Get a bunch of these, and then some more alloys. We will go ahead and build one colony ship, just to knock that out. And then from here on out, we've got all of our science ships staffed. We're just going to be building defenses. How do we not have enough unity? Am I missing something? What the hell's going on? Cost 450 unity. We have 581. Something.
Anomaly detected.
Yeah, we'll go for it. Once again, 120 days, not a big deal. Oh, I know what it was. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. No, it's still there. Okay, we have 450. Oh, it's energy. It's not unity. It's energy that we need. Yeah. Why didn't you say so, dude? There we go. There we go. We'll go with this archaeologist, this genius, and who knows? Maybe they'll find some crazy cool stuff. Who knows? We're gonna send her in that direction. Now we've got all directions covered. We've got 2 ships going towards the Delphic Expanse. I think we're pretty good, man. I think we are pretty good. I just need a little bit better in terms of updates and stuff that I can use for defensive ships.
Construction complete.
Reassign her from the Vulcan High Command, and just to make sure, we can look here. Bajim exposed, -18. Improved relations, +75. We will lose 8 of that per month going forward now that we're no longer influencing them, but it's, yeah. We're pretty good for a couple months. Okay, by the way, I'm not paying attention to these. These are just standard first contact reports. They're literally saying, hey, I failed right now. Let me get more time. And I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. Oh, I hate this one. Which ship is it? It's the Husband, the USS Husband. God dang. Hail them. Hail them. USS Husband's communication officer repeats on all frequencies hail to the alien vessel. Bridge crew awaits response in tense silence with only the hum of the ship's engines in the background. An alert chimes. The alien ship has powered its engines and has once again entered warp. Accepting the aliens do not wish to be contacted, Captain Giovanni Russo orders a course plotted to the next system. The physics department looks forward to reviewing the subspace data gathered during this encounter. Ooh, cool. Sweet. That is the best outcome that could possibly come, because usually they'll assault the ship and kill everybody. Or not usually, but that happens way too often for my preferences. Alright, first contact is continuing.
Initiating communications.
It is an honor to meet you.
Alright, we gained some actual research from this. Sweet. Alright, so this is the crossing, and we had this one happen last time. What ship is this? This is the Copernicus. Alright, maintain hailing frequencies.
Initiating communications.
We get
Technology discovered.
swallowed. We're gonna go with that.
Technology discovered.
That was the response to slavery or tyranny or whatever the hell it's called. Essentially, we got the translator, the universal translator, which gives us a bunch of diplomatic influence reduction, or not a bunch, but 10%, as well as the envoys do 15% better at improving relations, so it's pretty good. Let's go ahead and, ooh, we got two picks there. Let me see. Oh, Hardened Fields, that's right. Okay, new research. We're gonna go with this because this will give us better speed as well as more power to put on our ships. And we're gonna need more power because we're gonna load them up with fucking weapons and kill the Zindi. I might be a little bit mad from the last game. All right. We're gonna go with these. Crew bunks give you hull and armor regeneration with very little power usage, but you get manpower cost. So we're going to be literally throwing bodies into space to seal up bulkhead breaches. Alright, with this one we're going to investigate the interior. This is the episode where the Enterprise gets swallowed up and they figure out how to escape by tricking them or something like that. You're going to see this one is like crazy easy if you just like pretend you're Picard and not freaking Archer. That being said, I mean Archer and Picard, two different people. And definitely, I can say this, like literally ghosts were taking over the body of the crew, so Archer's response does make sense. It's just, you know. Alright, we're gonna attempt a dialogue. Offer to repair, so essentially they're, instead of taking over the crew's bodies, they told us their problems. They were like, hey, we're all gonna die unless somebody repairs our ship, our giant generational ship. We're like, hey, no problem, dude, we'll repair it. I've never ever done this. Kind of curious to see what that does, but that's not diplomatic, so we're gonna do this. Ah, son of a crap. Working with the Wisps through the possessed volunteers, the USS Copernicus attempts to repair the Wisp vessel and provide a number of long-term maintenance systems that should prevent further damage for a number of years to come. While the repairs appear to be successful at first, after cycling the Wisp primary power regulator, a catastrophic power failure cascades across the power distribution network. A serious explosion erupts across the alien vessel, which erupts in a burst of plasma. USS Copernicus is destroyed along with the alien vessel. Rest in peace, Copernicus and Captain Russo. Let's write down Russo's name because we'll name a ship after him. Actually, I think it actually does keep track of your. Does keep track of the people that die or whatever in the service. Ah, no, he's gone. He just blew up. Oh, that was so
Initiating
sad.
communications.
What can the Imperial Guard do for you?
Decline.
What can the Imperial
But
Guard do
accept.
for you?
Look at that. 0.16 Unity and 0.03 Platinum. It's crazy good. Not crazy good, but I mean it's good. Very soon I've got to try to get this upgraded because we are entering. Alright, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to go ahead and upgrade our corvettes. Or, excuse me, our frigates. Alright, we are going to go with additional torpedo bay because we do have a. Oh, wait, we need to wait for that freaking we need to wait 6 months. Hopefully the Zindi does not start, because those couple of ships will not do too well, I think. We will build one more frigate.
Survey complete.
Plus, it's not the it's not the first Zindi attack that you need to worry about. It's the second one. Oh wait, hold on. Survey system. Survey system. Survey system. Survey system. Survey system. This one, I believe, is Risa, or no, this one is Risa. Okay. Survey system.
Construction complete.
Where was the Copernicus anyhow? The Copernicus was way up here. Alright. Let's go ahead and divert some resources to getting a new Copernicus built. We will prioritize it after this Emmett class. Alright, so here comes Waitan. So the Andorans seized Waitan, and we'll have to
Log updated.
intercede on the behalf of both parties. So we're going to go ahead and research. There's the Trill.
Anomaly detected.
Alright, contact has been established. We gained 29 influence. And Risa. Fantastic. And they are a... Where are they? They're right here. Yep. They are a warp-capable species, but they are not their own empire. We will be setting up, you know, a relay or whatever. We'll be setting up an observation point with them and eventually getting them in the Federation. There are two ways to get people in the Federation once the Federation forms. The first way is through the Federation's kind of dynamic diplomacy system, which can take a little bit of time. And then there's one way through observation points, or observation posts. And
Survey complete.
the observation posts kind of represent the, you know, how it's done with smaller powers, etc. Oh, that's right. J.G. Wentworth is not where he needs to be. We're going to call this Sol Defense Force. We will be forming actual fleets like Alpha Fleet and stuff like that, but I like to do put those in like uninhabited regions, and also like at areas where like we need defenses and stuff, like areas generally that I would also turn into like fortress stations.
Technology discovered.
But that's a little bit later in the game, not necessarily right now. Alright, there we go, is the Yoyodyne Warp 5. Huh. You don't say. In terms of economy, both of these are good picks. Now you won't get the deposits that the deuterium collector or the geothermal power station. Don't get those on every planet, but when you do, it's best to exploit them. Let's go with renewable energy first. And now that we have that, let's go ahead and update our designs. We're going to create a new frigate. We will call it the Russo class. Bam. How about that? How about them apples? Right. We're going to keep Mako's even though they are a little bit more expensive crew-wise. Gonna update to a Yo-Yodyne. Look at that. It's 40 more power? 30 more power? Something like that. Okay, sublight speed is remaining the same. We are getting better tracking and a little bit better accuracy. So we will go with that. That's going to stay the same. That's going to stay the same. That's going to stay the same. Weapons. We're going to update these phase cannons. Oh yeah, I forget. 2.4 versus 2.6. Just out of curiosity, what is this? 4.87. Actually, we're going to want to go with the regular frigate loadout. And 2.4 from a fusion warhead. And, I would prefer something that gives us evasion. Not seeing it. Yeah, I mean, this chance to evade +2. Alright, we will go with the inertial dampeners and a crew pod. We're going to keep it yeah, since it's only got armor and it's got no shields or whatever, so the crew pod will increase the daily hull and damage regen. It's going to give us a lot more survivability, a lot more punch. We've still got great power. It is going to be heavy on manpower usage. Now the Emmett class frigate, the replacement, is going to use 100 crew, so as you can see there, we can only fill 11 of these with what we've got today. So we're going to have to be a little bit... we're not going to exactly retire the Emmett yet. Actually, yeah, we're going to retire the Emmett. Because screw it, I don't need to be confused. What I will do is upgrade these. How much do I need? I'll need 20. Is that 20 per ship or 20 in total? I think that's 20 in total, so I need... No, that's 20 per ship. Okay, so I need 30 dilithium. I need 100 crew, which I've got. And I need 300 of this bad boy, which we can do. That is... It's a tall order, but not an impossible one. There we go. Right, we are still missing something. Oh, no, we're not. We're good. We're good. We're gonna upgrade all those bad boys to the Russo class. Oh, it just came to me. Russo, that's the last name of the dude from Karate Kid. We'll name something the Karate Kid class or something like that. I don't know. Oh yeah. One other thing I want to do is, once again, these are going to be popped out mid-fight, or mid-fight, excuse me. We are going to make these badass. Or at least as badass as we possibly can. Alright, there we go. Look at that, 10 damage. And it only costs 20 crew. 123. It costs a hell of a lot less crew, but a hell of a lot more, or like not a hell of a lot more, but it costs as much as like our old frigates cost. We will call this the. We're gonna name these after. Like pests on Earth. Called the Hornet class shuttle. There we go. Like flying pests, swarms and stuff. Alright, there we go. And we're not going to build any of them. What we are going to do is we're going to as soon as the second Azindi event starts, we're gonna pump out like 40 of those bad boys. Because those things, one of the cool things about them is you can produce those. If you see here, 20 days. Compare that to producing a frigate in 120 days. You can pump out 6 of these in the same time that you pump out 1 of these. So you're getting essentially 60 points of damage as opposed to 20 points of damage. So it's definitely, you know, they're gonna stir the nest. We're gonna let the bees fly, motherfuckers. And of course, it gets better when you get the Peregrines and the other fighters. And look at this, Alpha Centauri is still taking for freaking ever, because Alpha Centauri has so many freaking planets. I really do hope in Stellaris though, like Stellaris 2, or if somebody wants to make a mod, like I saw a Mass Effect mod where you had little groups and stuff like that. Like I would like to see a differentiation between living and working in your own solar system, and like that should be like there should be more than enough in one solar system to fill a show. You know what I'm saying? Like Expanse shows that. But eventually they can find FTL or Gates or whatever, and then that can be used to explore the cluster, and that should be another phase, because being able to travel within your cluster, your local galactic area, whatever, is definitely not the same as being able to travel from one side of the galaxy to the other. Now in Star Trek they do have individual ships that have traveled to like the center of the core or like the fucking edge of the universe and stuff like that when you talk about like omnipotent beings and shit. But the vast majority of everything happens within like a small area, and you can really see that a little bit better. They have a 4,000 star map. This is only 1,400 stars. They have a 4,000 star map that I would love to run this same game. Like maybe Flags of the Founders 2 will be run on the 4,000 star map, because it is a fantastic map and it's very accurate compared to the Star Charts. Ooh, Sirius is done, so let's go ahead and move there.
Survey complete.
We got something here. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, that's right. That's what Archer's doing. Where the fuck are you, Archer? Oh, there he is. Just taking a sweet ass time. That's Johnny Archer for you. Johnny Archer. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's check this out. Okay, so that is Deneva every time. Because I do not remember. Oh, never mind. So it isn't Deneva every time. Because definitely this was, I believe, Swamp last time. And Swamp gave you plus 20. So there was plus 30% food. So we have plus 10, plus 10. Or no, plus 20. Yeah, so it's plus 30 total. So this is definitely going to be a farm planet. And it is also habitable, super habitable, tons of immigration pool, and happiness. I mean, it's definitely, this is going to definitely be, probably colonize that before I colonize anything else. Need food, you know?
Spaceborne life form encountered.
I think Melona, yeah, Melona is the crystals, right? We are right near the Badlands. And you, no. Okay, the crystals did not attack. You need to get the fuck out of there. Sorry, y'all. Sorry for my language. If anybody takes offense. Alright, let's go that direction.
Technology discovered.
There's the Badlands. There it is. Gonna try to get to the Badlands before the Cardassians. Actually, see if we can grab the Cations, maybe. But yeah, the Bajorn should be somewhere here. Alright, let's take a look at here. Okay, there's our crew bunks and stuff like that. We're not going to update those crew bunks on that ship. That ship was already The Rosso class is already costing 100 crew each, so we're definitely not going to want to mess that up anymore. Let's see where our upgrades are. Our upgrades are nowhere. Why are we not upgrading?
Technology discovered.
There we go.
Special project complete.
Alright. I'm going to go through this one really quick. I did it yesterday before Earth got destroyed. Archer reported back from Waitan. They were successfully able to locate the Andorian forces and bring the Andorians and Vulcans to the negotiating table. Although both sides were initially reluctant to the idea of relinquishing control of the planet, the promise of peace, avoiding a large-scale war, seems to have convinced both sides to look for a diplomatic solution. The question of who retains control of the planet will be heavily influenced by our input. Andorians were the first species to colonize and own the planet. However, its location on Vulcan's doorstep make it a strategically important world. We're going to go with Andoria.
Survey complete.
Following these tense negotiations, which neither side were prepared to back down, an agreement was finally reached between Vulcan and Andoria, largely thanks to the unrelenting tenacity of our negotiating team. On the agreement that the Andorians limit the size of the colony and are restricted from converting the system into a military base, the planet of Pon Makar will be handed over to the Andorians and henceforth be known as Waitan once again. Earth will carry the responsibility of ensuring that the Andorians remain within the confines of the agreement. The establishment of a new territorial compromise agreement will help to strengthen the fragile bond between the three powers. Vulcan will require us to enforce the demilitarization of the planet. Failure to do so will seriously harm our relationship with them. However, it will earn us extra favor with the Andorians if we do not. We're going to demilitarize it because we've already given the Andorians a planet, so they should be fine with that. As agreed, we have enforced the demilitarization of Waitan. All military installations on the planet and systems have been removed, and Starfleet will enforce this agreement for the next 25 years. The Andorians cooperated with Starfleet officers, and even though the Vulcans didn't openly express any gratitude, most believe they were thankful. Understood. Let's take a look here. We're going to go with... It's tempting, but that would take 3 times as long as this. But that might actually prove a little bit better, because I know that we've got strong physics output, so we might be able to get that really quickly. Alright, let's go ahead and build our starbase.
Ships upgraded.
Alright, Soul Defense Force has been upgraded. Is now worth 279. Really does not feel like it made too much of a difference, but now we're going to build another couple of Russo classes. Because once again, we have to beat the... Oh, those are the Orions. Okay, I was wondering who it was that was being sneaky snakes. We got anybody? Nope. We do not have anybody that can handle that right now. Man. What the hell is on this dude's head? Whatever. Look at that. Andoria, or excuse me, Alpha Centauri is still taking so much time. So much time. 5 years in and Alpha Centauri
Technology
is still not.
discovered.
surveyed. Alright, there's our torpedoes. We need... Yeah, let's go with that. Shield hit points, 5%. Not anything... Oh, wait, we don't have shields yet. Ah! Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. This is it. I think these are the Bajorans. Maybe not. Oh, dang it.
Construction complete.
We need another construction ship. These are the Trill. Okay. So I'm selling Latinum in order to get the resources necessary to build a construction ship. I'm going to put that construction ship right in between the two Russo class constructions. Mostly because if we do not start taking these over here, it'll be a good bit more expensive to take them later. Why are you both down here? And where the hell is the Enterprise? That's right. Fuck it. You know what? I swear to God, if the Enterprise ends up solving Alpha Centauri for me. The Tellarite technocracy has agreed to a mutually beneficial solution to Andorian concerns over the Col Andor scrolls. With access to the scrolls secured for all Andorian Empire citizens, the Tellarite government has agreed to pay reparations and ensure the high maintenance of the public facility the scrolls are held in. Additionally, a symbolic admission of wrongdoing has gone a long way to placate many of those on Andoria who demanded their return. Sweet! So the Tellarites and the Andorians are fixing their issues with one another. We might actually have a good chance of this shit being solved. Alright, we're gonna send this to Deneva. Oh, I meant... There we go.
Anomaly detected.
Leave for
Survey
now.
complete.
Good. Okay, we're still... We're gonna hold our scout ship there for a minute because we are literally cannot get enough people. Just out of curiosity, how much is this Russo class? 220. So almost twice as much and 5 times as much crew. And it has 18 damage compared to the Hornet class's 10 damage. Though the only thing that's bad about the Hornet is compared with how much crew it costs very, costs tons of alloys per se. Also costs relatively a lot of dilithium. Like dilithium per damage or whatever, you're probably getting a better deal out of the Russo, the frigates, than you are out of the shuttles. But they are going to be a good solution for what we need them for. So. Once again, we're cutting it to the bone. I also need to start having a little bit left over to build these Hornet class when things go south. Alright, we're getting coexist. We will not do that yet,
An
but we
alien
will
empire
definitely.
is making contact.
So what that did was so I completed first contact with these crystal creatures in Malona, and they are 4,000 fleet power, but they are hostile towards us. We do get a ability to, and it only takes 21 months to where we pacify them to where we can go through that system, and that is definitely going to be a goal. But right now, I think that would be maybe not the best use of resources. The Denebian Union, huh? Where are these guys at? Ah. Interesting. Okay.
Our
We got
presence
the
in the
Orions.
galaxy has not gone by unnoticed. An alien empire is making contact.
We've got the Betazoids. Yeah, look at this. The Betazoids are not expanding like they did the last game. No, they are. Never mind. They are.
Our presence
There,
in the
the
galaxy
Trill.
has not gone by unnoticed. Initiating communications.
The Trill have not expanded. The Betazoids definitely have. Alright, let's send this scout ship all the way fucking around the galaxy. We're gonna send her right into the Delphic Expanse. Though we're not gonna be able to find the
Initiating
Zindi before the
communications.
Zindi event happens.
منتظر سبلسور.
فيكم دير أنا قبلي.
We're gonna land on Deneva. And it's gonna be a major food producer for the Federation. Well, at least the early years. right?
Technology discovered.
Gonna go with that. Oh, we've got some situations here. Okay, we got migration, overcrowding, and Luna's ready to be upgraded. Let's go ahead and upgrade Luna. Let's build 2 more dome cities. Build a generator. What do we got here? Unterraformed Mars. Probably not the best. Let's go. I mean, it becomes pretty much almost continental by the time terraforming is completed. We're gonna go with hydroponic domes. Because, you know. Let's just see here. Interesting. There's no specific reason why Mars wouldn't be able to grow food, but like I feel like it should have a bonus to mineral production because it's just a fucking rock right now.
Establishing colony. Anomaly detected.
Oh gosh. I don't like this event happening so early. This is exactly what happened.
Construction complete. Log updated.
Alright, Enterprise, you're gonna go and investigate this. Hopefully you can knock that out before all of this goes sideways. I mean, nothing's really going sideways, I'm just saying. Nothing's broke bad yet.
Challenge your preconceptions, or they will challenge you.
We're gonna decline that for now, because I think doing that will put us at odds with the Andorians. We wanna kind of thread the needle here for right now. Earth's defense fleet is now 558 points. We do need you to go down here, sir. Build us a star base. Alright, sweet, dude. Alright, for this, so there's a whole bunch of traditions we can go through. Maybe in a later episode, when a president's here, I'll go through all of them. I know what these are, and I know, like, relatively speaking, we don't want to go for Frontier. Even though Crew from Pops might be a really good one, especially considering how much our crew is costing us on these Russell class. But it takes almost as much time for one Russell class to, like, by the time that one Russell class gets built, we've almost created as many crew as we needed. But anyways, we are going to go for Discovery because it's going to increase research speed as well as give us interplanetary unification. And when everything's done, we're going to get an Ascension perk and research speed 5%. It's going to be great. We're just going to pull ahead in terms of tech, which is the plan. We should get planetary unification, right? That's Bajor. Alright, we found Bajor. Yeah. Ooh, Groombridge has got some water as well as some of this. Alright, let's so again, we're just putting more money and effort towards defense. We need at least 1,000. Fleet power. We're over halfway there. And then once we
discovered.
Ooh, interesting. But we're going to go with this because this will grant us survey speed, which will make it quicker for our survey ships. We probably do need to upgrade our survey ships after this research completes. It takes me a while to upgrade the entirety of the survey fleet. Luckily, there's only 6 survey ships that we have to worry about right now. So it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a thing. We're going to leave the capsule to its fate. There's a small chance that, like, they're full of augments. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab it. Okay, the Newton's chief engineer has successfully modified the capsule's orbit with the grappler. Mahane Hasegawa leads an away team beamed aboard. Confirming the capsule to be human origin, she discovers a number of ancient cryogenic hibernation chambers. Several appear to be occupied. Further investigation reveals that this capsule that the capsule occupants were all declared dead hundreds of years prior, though the USS Newton's doctor believes they can be revived and cured with modern medical techniques. Yeah, go ahead and wait. After the cryogenic chambers were brought back to the USS Newton and the capsule occupants thawed out, they appear confused and on edge. Several days pass and their strange behavior continues. It's only after an explosion damages a large section of the ship's cargo bay that the ship's archives revealed the capsule occupants to be violent criminals, foreign terrorists, in fact, dispatched into space as an alternative to capital punishment. They are quietly rounded up and placed in the brig until they return to Earth. Okay, so... Well, luckily it didn't destroy the ship, but yeah. Maybe we want to be more cautious next time. Alright, let's carry on.
Survey complete. Special project complete.
After several days analyzing the rubble of the embassy building and questioning the identified witnesses, Archer has concluded the evidence does indeed point to the Sirenites as perpetrators of the bombing. Evidence seems almost too strong, however. Several chemical traces which link the materials found in Vulcan's Forge region of the planet where the Sirenites are known to keep a hidden commune should have decayed within minutes of the blast and be barely detectable now. We will continue the investigation.
Infinite
Curiosity.
diversity in infinite combination.
That's right. They're militaristic. They should actually get along really well.
What can the Imperial Guard do for you?
But they're militaristic against each other, which is funny.
It is always good to have allies.
Challenge your preconceptions, or they will.
Alright, we've got Alpha Centauri. Let's go ahead and build a starbase. And really quick, there are no other aliens in Alpha Centauri, unfortunately. Let's take a look at what the planets are. It looks like a mining planet on Proxima Centauri 2. Alrigi is going to be just a place. It's a very small place, too. Its size... Wait, it's 18. Why is it only got... Interesting. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I mean, it's 18, so it's a pretty decent-sized planet. But it really isn't specialized, so maybe we'll... I don't know, I'm planning to turn this system into fleet yards anyhow. New Montana. Right, we are plus 10 food, plus 5 habitability. Immigration pool, plus 10. It's going to be more expensive to build here because of the gravity. Prolonged drought. Minus 30 food, so we are now minus 20 food. 0 habitability. Minus 5 happiness. Minus 15% habitability, minus 10% happiness, but some society. Okay. I'm hoping that these will go away. We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to investigate a little bit further. What's that? Oh, that's not us. That's the Andorians. I was like, what the hell? Right, Archer's investigation has led him to the Vulcan's Forge region where the Sirenites are known to keep at least one hidden commune. A vast desert, the Forge is subjected to electrical sandstorms and geomagnetic anomalies that interfere with scanning technologies. Progress through the Forge is slow, made more dangerous by the constant threat of Salit attack. And if I remember correctly, like, Salits are not giant worms, but some sort of flying creature? I can't remember. I know it was some sort of animal.
It is an honor to meet you.
Ooh, yeah. Sorry. We're gonna have to be in the middle. I'm hoping to God that this plan of mine to, like, be in the middle of all this works, because we're definitely gonna have to take over Groombridge, because look at that. It's got water, it's too bad it doesn't have a planet that could be habitable. I mean, technically, there'd be so much ice in every one of these systems, it'd be unreal.
Technology discovered.
After taking shelter from an electrical sandstorm with a passing Vulcan pilgrim, Jonathan Archer has made a remarkable discovery. While referring to himself initially as Arev, the pilgrim is in fact Siren, the leader of the Sirenite movement. Jonathan Archer, professing ignorance of the embassy bombing, he promises to lead Archer back to the Sirenite compound in the Tekereth sanctuary in order to prove the matter. Understood. Oh, the Temerians, or whatever they're called.
Admit the truth.
Sorry, we're gonna have to just... We're gonna go with pharmaceutical factories because we need a bit better healthcare for our folks.
Technology discovered. Construction complete.
We're going to go ahead and get the light cruiser, the Neptune refit. The Neptune refit should give us a new frigate, if I remember correctly. I think the frigate, the Neptune refit, will be a pretty good one. Shortly after arriving at Tekereth Sanctuary, Archer meets with a number of Sirenites who, together with Siren, attempt to explain the nature of their movement and how it rejects violence. A young woman named T'Pau is particularly vocal in her defense of the movement. The debate is interrupted by alarms and the sound of explosions. Looking to the sky, several Vulcan fighters can be seen, laying waste to the ground beneath them. The geomagnetic anomalies of the Forge have reduced their accuracy, but not enough to prevent the deaths of many Sirenites as they attempt to escape. Siren himself is fatally injured, dying shortly after placing his hands on Jonathan Archer's face and muttering, "Remember." It's not quite like that. It's probably more like, "Remember," or "Remember." I don't know. I'm not a fucking actor. Okay. Archer and T'Pau escape together into the cave network. Outrageous. And not in a good way, man. And we're going to build some mining stations, because look at that. Alpha Centauri is just full of some dope-ass minerals and energy that we need. Terra Nova, something's going on with this one here. Let's go ahead and build a civilian industrial center, and then another fusion reactor, and then a little bit later we'll build some minerals on there.
Construction complete.
Archer experienced a number of visions following the attack on the Sirenite base. Learning that Siren carried the Katra soul of Surak, now transferred to himself, the mental toil is heavy. T'Pau reveals the underpinning of Sirenite faith is the Kirshara, an ancient artifact said to contain the complete writings of Surak, thought lost to time. With the Kirshara, T'Pau argues that they can prove the Sirenites' peaceful ways to the Vulcan High Command. Jonathan Archer offers his help to locate the artifact. Understood. Nice, we gained 429 unity from that one because it was the, they're yelling at us one. I forget what it's called, but yeah. That'll
An
be good.
alien empire is
Peace
making
be with you,
contact.
Bajor. Nice. Now we've got Cardassia there. And how naive of them. Where are they? I don't even know who they are.
Technology discovered.
Right, we are going to do survey speed 35%. This should increase the rate at which we get these systems, especially apparently they have a lot more planets up and through here. Because we are barely making any progress. We're definitely making progress down here. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely this one.
Anomaly detected.
With the Katra of Surak. Uh-oh. Is that... No, that's not Earth. Leave be from now. The Katra of Surak, in his mind, Jonathan Archer is able to locate the underground monastery where Kirshara has been kept safe for centuries. A small elongated pyramid with Vulcan writing alongside its faces. The Kirshara shows evidence of containing advanced storage and display technology. T'Pau argues that the only logical course of action now is to present the Kirshara to the Council of Ministers and argue their innocence. Archer instead suggests perhaps the Kirshara would be safer off-world, arguing that they should locate a shuttle and return to his ship in orbit. We're going to take it to the capital. But before we do that, we're going to check on this stuff. Okay, looks look good. Or, well, not so much. I mean, they're dependent on Earth for pretty much everything. Same here. Luckily, Earth is producing a lot of stuff. That's right, Joss Hayes. So we need to build. That's always a reminder, we do need an army. You're probably wondering, why do we need an army? There's a couple reasons. We won't go over into yet too much now, but yeah, it's better to have it than not.
Survey complete.
Say it like that. The Zippolite guilds.
Our
Sweet.
presence in the galaxy has not gone by unnoticed.
Ooh, Cardassia.
An alien empire is making contact.
Let's take a look here. Who else? Ooh, this might be Keisha. Those are the Tamarians. They're not building. Yep, they are not building. Gosh, and this one is still freaking.
Initiating communications.
It'd be from now. There we go. There's the Zindi event. Here we
Log
go.
updated.
Let's see how well our current fleet does against the Probe 1. There's a chance. Their plan is success. T'Pau and Jonathan Archer have infiltrated the council chambers of Vulcan High Command and forced those present to bear witness to the Kirshara and the Cyranites' claims of innocence. While many were awed by the presence of the Kirshara, Administrator Surak reacted with uncharacteristic anger and attempted to destroy the artifact and kill T'Pau and Jonathan Archer in the process. Archer, tasked with uncovering the truth of the embassy bombing on Vulcan, has been instrumental in revealing the innocence of the Cyranite movement to Vulcan authorities and reclaiming the Kirshara artifact containing the complete writings of Surak. How the Vulcan people absorb and deal with this information now is hard to gauge, but Jonathan Archer has completed his task and will be returning to surface. Excellent. Just in time to help us deal with... And look at this, they already changed to the Confederacy of Surak. That didn't take long at all. There's
Our
the
presence in the
Tamarians.
galaxy has not gone by
Delighted to
unnoticed.
meet you. I've never had the Tamarians actually join the Federation. Usually... Usually not wants to do that, right?
Engaging enemy
go.
fleet.
And we finished the forge situation just in time for this situation to pop up.
speak of dari nabis, misamis nabi.
We're 18 months away from that light cruiser. I don't think we're gonna get it in time. I do think we're gonna take down this first probe. Yeah. It's not gonna last long, buddy. Alright, let's divert a tiny bit of resources to something that might be able to help us defend things. We can replace this later with, because there's a special building that we can build there that we want to keep track.
Construction complete. The aliens have formed a federation. Initiating communications.
It's a nice little scene. Let's scroll in. Look at that. You can directly see them shooting off their missiles and firing their phasers. Yeah, these guys are not going to make it. They're just now passing Jupiter, and bam-o. We stopped the probe, boys.
Updated.
We've successfully prevented the alien probe from entering Earth orbit. Preliminary scans of the wreckage indicate the probe carried within it a single-use condensed energy weapon which, had it fired, would have been capable of destroying large regions of the Earth's surface. Prime Minister Nathan Samuel's administration has planned a series of celebrations to honor the men and women of Starfleet who averted this tragedy. The question now remains, who sent this weapon of mass freaking destruction? Dun dun dun, we did it, y'all. Or at least we stopped the first one, right? Set Earth Starbase as home base and enter orbit. Thank you. And where's the Enterprise? Not far.
A logical request.
Agree. I will do an association. I will not join anyone until the Babylon Congress or whatever the fuck it's called. Oh, it looks like the Confederacy of Surak is getting that one. That is a interesting. There, it's gonna cost them a
Technology
lot of
discovered.
influence to put right there. But that's all right. That's what they do. There with that.
Survey complete.
That's what we needed.
The aliens have formed a federation.
Okay, sweet. Okay, this is going to be super helpful when I finally upgrade these survey ships, man. Look at that. They're just winding. It's not that big of a deal, mostly because, you know, once again, once the actual Federation forms, this, you know, pretty much like all your base become mine, right? Why is it not fully surveyed? What the hell are you doing? Alright. Do I want more ships? Yeah, I do. Yeah, look at that. We really haven't, even though that, like, you know, it takes 5 months for us to replenish the crew that's needed for one Russo class, we haven't really dented our officers too much. So I think we're good. Oh, vacations. Oh, look at this. Ooh, the Zeppelite and the Bajorans are directly bordering each other. That's interesting. That makes it much more likely that we might be able to get the Zeppelites as members of the Federation. Oh, yeah. I need more. Let me see. What can Unfortunately, this early in the game, alloy production is not really... I mean, you could prioritize it, but you're going to be prioritizing... You know, you're going to be losing a lot otherwise, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you could. Like, I probably could build some on that. So it might not be a bad idea. Luna has already been slated to be an industrial colony. Let's build a reactor. We'll talk about building some civil and alloy production on Luna. That makes... I think that's a good plan.
Special project complete.
Alright, engineering teams have successfully analyzed the wreckage of the alien probe. Certain quantum markers in the whole material indicate exposure to a class of subspace anomalies frequent to the Delphic Expanse, a turbulent region coreward. The vessel's damaged computer core reveals almost nothing short of the name of the alien race, the Zindi. Determined to prevent further incursions into United Earth space, the Admiralty had proposed a mission into the Delphic Expanse to gain additional intelligence. Acknowledged.
Log updated.
We're going to go ahead and have Archer start this mission. Alright, we can finally build this. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to start reserving
Special project complete. Construction
alloys.
complete.
Alright.
Log updated.
Following Archer, Captain Archer has been selected to lead the mission into the Delphic Expanse to gather intelligence on the Zindi. Following the loss of the original Enterprise, Starfleet has gone to great lengths to accelerate the construction for replacement from unused space frames and storage. The new Enterprise has been given to Jonathan Archer to command for the duration of the expedition, where contact with Earth is expected to be limited. With a new Warp 5 engine, advanced defensive systems, and a contingent of soldiers from the military assault command operations, the Enterprise is United Earth's best hope for survival. Flagships will be unavailable for construction while Jonathan Archer is exploring the Delphic Expanse. Fantastic. Off he goes. We're going to send this one up here to continue that work. I don't think I will be building...
An alien empire is making contact.
Given the emergency of the Delphic Expanse, I will be changing policies here. What the hell is the industrial policy? Oh, they call it import? I don't know why they would. Okay, whatever. I actually don't think we have that many alloy producing jobs. We have 2. We would get 15% extra, so we would get like 1, 2, 3 alloys extra a month. I think it's better just to go ahead and move forward with building alloy production on Luna. I think that would be better. In fact, that is what I plan to do. Let's go ahead and buy enough resources to make that a possibility. We'll build an alloy producer, an alloy foundry, and then later a civilian industrial center. We'll make Luna a leading. We'll also put some mines there, because apparently it's full of mines. If I remember correctly. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're gonna expand Luna a tiny bit.
Survey.
To make it usable. To make it useful.
An alien empire is making contact.
Definitely need to focus a little bit more on the economy, because we are not doing the best in terms of economic output, but that is to be kind of expected. I've kind of prioritized defense and exploration a little bit more than anything else. But we're having trouble a little bit keeping up with our own defense expenditures, etc. Like we consume 4 from ships, 7. We definitely need more supplies, because we are soon not going to be able to meet consumer demand. And we'll figure it out, though. We will figure it out. I'm sure we will elect a president who will take care of all our needs and wants.
Initiating communications.
Nice.
Survey complete. Our presence in the galaxy has not gone by unnoticed.
We've got the Valerian freeholds.
Construction complete.
But what our chances are of getting to them before they can get killed. Interesting. They match almost all of our, like they would, they're gonna do well in the Federation, I think. A little bit more. We've yet to meet the Klingons or the Romulans yet. I think these might be the Romulans. Could be wrong. And we really have sent nobody down here yet. Alright, here we go. We're going to meet with the Xindi worker, because we do not have enough to... We might be able to get the energy credits. Hold on. Never say never. Let's go ahead and purchase his contract. So essentially they arrive at a mine, Xindi worker is available, and we're deciding to purchase him out of slavery, and hopefully he'll take it. And he gives us coordinates for his homeworld.
Initiating communications.
Pick up the Nabis. Isam is Nabil.
We will. establish that embassy.
Anomaly detected.
Unfortunately, when we arrive there, we find the Zindi homeworld has been destroyed. Kind of feels like deja vu.
Technology discovered.
We're gonna go with leader cost. Alright, Terra Nova has been connected to us, and we... At least they're producing energy. Not really producing much else, unfortunately. Not yet. Alright, so this fleet is now 1,044. Let's see how many ships we can shove in there. I mean, we're gonna have to start stockpiling for real here in a minute. But we can maybe build 2 more. 1 more. There we go. Now here's the trick though. We've got tons of these specialty resources and we have good relationships with everybody.
Challenge your preconceptions, or they will challenge you.
We are going to offer a trade deal. And we are going to try to get some alloys out of people because we need alloys like super bad right now. Okay, they can't give that much, they can give that much. Okay, they can give that much. We need to make this happen, so we're gonna deuterium it up. Whatever we have to do. Let's try with favors. Can you do... Ooh, they will do a favor. A single favor. Sweet.
Challenge your
Confirmed.
preconceptions, or they will.
He's suffering from paranoia.
Alloys. They do not have a single alloy to spare. Okay. Cool. Very cool, dudes.
What can the Imperial Guard do for you?
Alloys? Alloys? They do have alloys. Not that many. They have 70. Okay. They apparently have 79. We don't have that much latinum. What about these duranium plates? Ooh, they will take 100 duranium plates for those alloys. Yeah, we'll
Always
take
walk
that deal.
cautiously under the eye.
Let's see about the Betazoids.
Nadir Sablisur.
Nope, not a single alloy.
Nadir Sablisur.
See about the Trill. Ooh, they've got some alloys. They've got some alloys. Ooh. Baby. They've got a bunch of alloys. Look at that. Ooh. Alright, I really don't want to owe them a bunch of favors. Let's see, can we get maybe 200 of those? Maybe we need our dilithium because we need that for fighters. What about that? Okay, maybe not that much. Let's put that and then 1. There we go. Those favors should be next to useless when they get absorbed by us. And really, it's not enough favors to get me to go to war or anything like that. So they'll pretty much just trade them back to me for when they need shit.
Construction complete.
Though it is best to get those favors out of there because they can make you agree to all sorts of weird shit with them. So when they do, after I deal with this situation and they do offer me the favors back, I will buy them back. Okay. First thrusters. Ah, dang it, dude. I was hoping we would...
Our
That's
presence in the
unfortunate. That was
galaxy
the
has not gone by unnoticed.
freaking flute one. Alright, looks like, okay, here we go. Enterprise has detected a Vulcan distress signal being transmitted from a nearby asteroid field. On inspection, the vessel, the Saleya, is heavily damaged and not responding to hails. Boarding the vessel, Captain Archer leads a team to make contact with the crew and attempt to effect repairs. We are going to investigate a possible cure. Costs 150? Yeah. The economy's not so great right now, but we can still afford this. Nice. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have the Saleya to help us. So he asks them to, expend all resources. Nearly a day goes by. They're able to knock them unconscious, remove them from the area with the Trillium D, and then the Vulcans go back to normal. And this means that we will more than likely have the Saleya help us in the fight. That is good.
Survey complete.
All good in the hood. Everything is going, dare I say, according to plan.
Initiating communications.
Sorry, the Universal Translator sometimes has trouble reconfiguring my lingual clicks and pops.
I always love that they use that for. Okay, I think we can afford to take over one more starbase.
Technology discovered.
There's Epsilon Ceti, which is where Risa is, yeah. So we're definitely going to want to get that.
Log updated.
Months of investigation have led Archer to a Mizindi mining colony where chemicide, a key element used in the Zindiad probe attack on Earth, is being produced in large quantities. The mines appear to be surrounded by a number of small settlements with layouts suggesting civilian use. With enough time and materials, we could fashion a series of explosive charges that would destroy the chemicide mines while avoiding damaging the civilian infrastructure. We're gonna lead a way team, and we find the scientist, and he's going to plant a tracking device to help us because he's like, hey, this is not cool, man. There we go. Ooh, we did get that cruiser. Sweet. Lord have mercy. Okay. We're gonna do this right here because that needs to get done. But we will go ahead and make one of these light cruiser tripotypes. Everything looks good. This one doesn't take much crew at all, dude. Our freaking Corvettes take like 100 crew. Not that it matters. I mean, it's mostly the dilithium. This is going to cost 300, or excuse me, the alloys. This is going to cost 350 something freaking alloys. So we're gonna delete that K-52 or whatever the hell it was. Alright.
It is always good to have allies or enemies.
Not right now.
Survey complete.
Maybe I should have taken that. Let's
What
see
can
where
the
we are.
Imperial Guard do for you?
Let's assign one person to relations there, just in case.
Technology discovered.
I'm building another fusion reactor. Energy doesn't hurt. I really don't want to put, like, because I know there's going to be a lot of specialty buildings that I'm going to be putting on Earth. Like, I don't want to start specializing it for, say, food production when I know it's probably not going to stay that way. Alright, here we go. Alright, the Kamari shows up and they're like, hey, we want to help you. Hopefully this goes well. Damn it. Oh no, wait, this went right. This went correct. Okay, cool. So we did not find out about the Andorians just being there to freaking get weapons technology. Okay, sweet. That went as expected. As good as it possibly could have. Don't know why the
Survey
Vulcans are
complete.
sending anybody there. But they are welcome to do so. Where the hell is our... Oh, they're gonna get that one. Yep, they're gonna get that one. For what it's worth, you can go ahead and do that for me.
Survey complete. Survey complete.
We will go ahead and grab Altair.
Construction complete.
We will at least, at the very least, get through the Zindi situation tonight. I may have to stop this, and we will continue with till the Federation formation tomorrow night. But I just want to make sure that we do not screw ourselves over in terms of the Zindi getting created, or Zindi being dealt with. And we've got 1,200, so I'm gonna say that is probably more than enough to deal with them. Plus the fact that we're gonna be unleashing a buttload of fighters. That being said, I will go ahead and build one Intrepid class. And like I said, the fighters themselves can literally be built in 20 days, so Alright, so this is Degra, and we're preparing a deception. It goes well. Excellent. We now know where the weapon is. I think this means that we won't get the North Star situation, but, you know, that's alright. We might get the North Star situation, though. Who knows? Interesting. I don't remember this race, and that looks like... literally looks like from Eve, how the portraits in Eve Online are. This is the alien eggs, so investigate, research a cure. We're gonna adopt them. Because they'll end up being pops on some planet somewhere. And
Construction
there's
complete.
nothing wrong with having them. Alright, here we go, the Expanse. Unfortunately, we didn't get the North Star mission, but it looks like everything else went right. It looks like the Saleya went right. Looks like the Kamari went right. We should hopefully get good results from the Arboreals. Yeah. And we are like halfway through with the light cruiser. If they... Okay. Captain Archer presents his evidence to the Zindi Council proving Earth's innocence. Zindi fears that Earth would seek to destroy their species are shown to be the fabrication of the transdimensional beings who themselves have created the subspace instabilities in the Delphic Expanse to allow the region to become inhabitable to their kind. The primate and arboreal representatives are convinced, with the aquatics demanding more time to consider their response. Ooh. So this is... Okay. Last time it was just the arboreals or something like that. But yeah, so we are definitely... The arboreals and the primates are going to be on our side. Aquatics are not going to try to go against us, and it looks like the reptilians and the insectoids are going to go against us. Seizing control of the weapon, the reptilians and insectoids launch the device on a direct course to Earth, while the Enterprise races to try to catch up with it. We will not fail, and this time, ladies and gentlemen, we will not fail.
Technology discovered.
Alright, first things first, we've got that. We were just researching that anyhow. That's, it's nothing that we can do now that if we haven't prepped enough. Okay. We should have some assistance coming in, and I do not... Like, if we wait another 120 months, that is going to be... Yeah, it's just not going to go over well. So we're going to go ahead and pump out Hornets. We're going to move this bad boy to the bottom of the queue. We're going to let him... Okay, alright, the Saleya comes with us. The Zindi primates and the Arboreals are here. And the Kamari is here. Fantastic. Alright. Let's go ahead and unite the fleets into one significant battle group.
Technology discovered.
Just out of curiosity, what are we looking at here? Let's go with that. Let's go with that. We are looking at the Zindi super weapon, of course. We're looking for 5 Zindi insectoid patrol frigates. Ooh, and 4 reptilian destroyers. That's a heavy fleet. That is a heavy fleet. Look at this. The Hornets class has... The first Hornet class has already been produced. We're going to let them get in a tiny bit closer.
Colony established.
Geneva has just been created. We're going to do that, followed by that. Alright. Allied ships are going to intercept now. Maybe we should let them... We should let them pull in as close as possible towards the starbase. Send these guys in, followed by the fighters. Alright. When they hit Europa, we'll go
Construction
ahead and
complete.
make our attack. They aren't really jumping in there too quickly. Okay, so this is just telling us about Utopia Planitia, which is where we can get the specialty ships, etc. We're not going to worry about that right now. It's not too big a deal, but we will be building it. Oof. Yeah, not right now. Not right now, dude. We really can't spare ships.
Technology
because we are-
discovered.
Let's go with pulse phase cannon. I'm wondering if they're going to engage. They don't seem to have been engaged in any of the smaller stations, I don't think.
Anomaly detected.
Alright, they're
Log
passing.
updated.
Oof.
Spaceport under attack.
Alright, there we go. Alright, it seems to be working because we are... Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Fleet lost.
Oof.
Technology discovered.
Alright, they're losing patrols left and right. How are we doing? The Enterprise is good, the Kamar is good. Soleil is good. Yeah, I think we've got this one pretty handily. May have overprepared because our economy is kind of trash right now. But that is alright. Better to be overprepared than underprepared like last time.
Survey complete.
Alright, give it a second. It is loading in the Zindi right now. There we go. Alright, and on these I will use, it's time to start mending old wounds. It isn't often that the Vulcans offer humanity such overt assistance. Not even the early warnings of the Zindi's plans stirred them into action. The Enterprise rescue of the VSS Saleya from the Expanse changed that. United Earth can only hope that as the VSS Saleya returns to Vulcan, its crew advocate more equal treatment and cooperation. The unexpected positive from this whole ordeal is that the crews of the Saleya and Kamari worked really well together defending Earth. It could be a start in repairing the rifts between both species. A word from our liaisons on both homeworlds could go a long way to improving relations between Andor and Vulcan. Time to start mending old wounds. It isn't often that Volt blah blah blah. Time to start mending old wounds. The Xindi super weapon has been destroyed. The efforts of Starfleet cannot be overstated. Devastated by the loss of the weapon and their fleet, the Xindi reptilians and insectoids have accepted the ultimatum provided to them by the remaining Xindi species for defying the will of the Council. Accepting their manipulation into targeting Earth, the primates, arboreals, and aquatics have promised to uphold the peace between the two powers, though relations will not be easy. Earth can rest easy. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We freaking survived. Freaking A. It is nearly 11:30 here, so I'm probably going to go ahead and put an end to it for tonight. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. I will continue tomorrow. I think I've only got a couple more years until the Federation formation, but we will get that Federation formed before we do the first election, which should come up this weekend. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Thank you for attending. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and choose this right here because we're going to specialize in science. Now that we don't need to worry about crazy Xindi super weapons destroying Earth and embarrassing me on stream, we can go back to fixing our economy before it craps out, because it's I mean, it's not looking super bad. We have some good numbers here. Like the fact that our energy creds is positive I mean, that's a good thing, right? You know, but supplies aren't doing too well, yeah, etc., etc. So I think what we would want to do, look at that. So the shipyard queue is shipyard queue is done. Okay, so we're gonna be. Let's go ahead and organize our fleets before it's all done. Uh-oh, what the fuck is this? Don't shoot each other. What are you doing? Are they at war with each other? Dude.
Challenge your preconceptions, or they will challenge you.
You sons of bitches. They just fought in a war to like
What
save
can the
Earth, and they
Imperial
went to war
Guard do
with
for
each
you?
other. I'm glad I didn't guarantee anybody's independence or whatever. This is.
Always walk cautiously under the ice.
I should have joined the Federation to prevent freaking Vulcans from declaring war on them. Fuck. Alright, well, you know what? We'll see how that goes.
Logic dictates that combat is sometimes necessary.
They're literally attacking the Andorians. Okay. Well, luckily it's an ideology war, I think. So they're not going to take any territory.
Always walk cautiously.
And like ultimately, the ideological change will make it maybe better for the Andorians to join the Federation. I don't know. At the very least, though, if they win this war and don't fucking destroy Andoria, the Andoria that results will be a little bit better of a fit for the Federation. Though it is always kind of nice to have
an honor to meet you.
this in there occasionally, because they'll, they're always good for getting a liberation war out when you need it, which is your main thing to do when you're Earth, or excuse me, the Federation. But either way, we will deal with that next time. I think we'll combine these into one United Soul Defense Force. And God help us if they do not look. They're gonna fucking annihilate
Survey
each other.
complete.
We're gonna watch this just for a
Survey
second.
complete. Log updated. Log updated.
Alright, we've got a murder investigation, and we've got the we've got the Vulcans and we've got the Andorians fighting it out after having worked together to save Earth. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna stop for tonight. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all tomorrow.